A lot faster than the planes I was flying yesterday. Yesterday I flew my 2 Armin wings. Totally different experience flying this one. I'm going to bring it back in because I'm noticing that I'm constantly on the up elevator to keep it in the air. Now you see that dip I did right at the end? That was on purpose just because I didn't feel like walking as far. It was laziness. That was gliding beautifully. So let's try that. I think that's giving me what I want, sure. That seems, well, it's definitely tight on there. It's a little bit better. It needs a little bit more. Got front and back cameras on today. Virtually no wind, so it should be a real nice stable flight. I have some of those Hobby King 3-axis stabilizers. I have a couple of them, and I was thinking of putting one on the wing just to see what the difference in behavior was. On a day like today, without any wind at all, glide it in here. I'm bringing it in because it sounds weird. Sounds a little strange, and I wonder if maybe the prop is coming loose. Oh, maybe this is it. No, I don't see anything. So back up in the air with you. Stop your whining. Actually, let's try two or three more ticks that way. I don't know what the vibration could be. It only seems to be at low speeds. Seriously, I don't think I've had a better morning for flying. Like, there's virtually no wind. It's a beautiful warm morning, sunny. Take an inverted lap. It's one of these days when I wish I just had a chair, a couple other people, and a whole pile of batteries, maybe 2 or 3 planes. I could do this all day. And that's how it ends. I was inverted there. Here we are, ready for the post-mortem. I just spiked my FPV-44 KFm-4 plane into the ground. I came out of a series of barrel rolls inverted and didn't realize it until after I pulled back on the elevator to go skyward, which of course when you come out inverted goes down, and I didn't recover in time. I guess in my head somehow I thought I was going to pull right out of that. I'm not quite sure what I was thinking. Anyway, bottom line is I crashed the plane. I found both of my keychain cameras, the 808-16V3 and the 808-16V2, which looks like it's still recording for some reason. Stop that. It's been recording in my pocket then for the last few minutes. So the V2 still has its memory card and was still recording, so hopefully that was facing backwards on the plane, so I'll get footage from the flight from that. The V3, although it appears physically to be okay, is missing the memory card, so that is footage I'll never get back. I just spent the last 10-15 minutes looking for it. So let's look at the damage on the plane itself, as this is interesting. I planted the nose straight into the ground, and as you can see, there is barely any damage to this nose. Absolutely amazing. As you know, I've got this plane, I think, has a dual A-frame. It has at least a single A-frame across here, and then fiberglass inside, and it's a KFm-4, so it's got top and bottom steps, makes it a total of 1.5 inches thick. This is 1/2 inch Dow Cladmate foam. Held up very well. Now the motor, as you can see, the foam from the motor has come across, and you can see here, that looks like carbon fiber instead of fiberglass. Anyway, that's come undone. Now that's going to be really easy, probably really easy, to just Gorilla Glue that right back into place. I'm not kidding. I've done this before. That shouldn't be a problem at all. Obviously I'll cut off that tape and put some new tape over. And as for this side piece, I can't tell you how many times I've had to glue back on side pieces, but you can see I've even still got some painter's tape on there from the last time I did that one. So that'll glue back on. So as far as the plane goes, I could have this plane back up in the air tomorrow. You can see the motor mount. That was a pretty significant crash, so it's bent there. So I'll need to verify that everything's going to spin correctly. The motor itself seems to be spinning fine. None of the connectors have come off. The ESC and the receiver all seem good. Yeah, I'll just have to see if I can bend that. I'm not going to bend that motor mount back here. Just never know. Oh, look, there was one other victim. The servos stayed in place, but this one seems a little bit loose. But this control arm, you can see here, I'll get that in the light, the end of it has snapped off. So I'm going to have to replace this control arm. Now, I've found, I've recommended before that people use these survey flags from Home Depot's control arms. One thing I have noticed is that they can become a little bit brittle here on the ends. I've had that happen in the shop. I've never had it happen on the field. This is the first one that I've seen snap off on the field, but I mean, that was a pretty significant little jolt that it took. That had nothing to do with the landing or the crash. The crash is all on me.